Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to WWE Raw review, October 31st, 2016. This Raw was shit. Only thing that caught my interest was Goldberg's beginning segment, which he didn't get an opportunity to do a whole lot of talking. Paul Heyman just pretty much announces that he's going to have Brock Lesnar whip his ass at Survivor Series, and then played a trick on him and said, why wait till Survivor Series when we can do it tonight? Brock Lesnar's music hit, he didn't show up. Heyman just said that he's going to beat your ass, blah blah blah. Rusev comes out of nowhere. He says, I'm going to crush you, yada yada yada. Pointless bullshit after bullshit, meaningless crap. As you guys can already tell, I don't look exactly what you call awake. In the last 30 minutes of the show during Roman Reigns' match, for a United States Championship match, which later was announced during the show, and you would think, oh my, a championship title match on Raw, I'd be excited. By the time I got to the main event, the fucking show was so boring, I just fell asleep. And I really can't sit through any more of this shit. I really can't. Fucking Hell in a Cell is better than this. I mean, I know what I said earlier today, that Hell in a Cell is basically Raw. This is worse than what Hell in a Cell's mid-card matches were. Goldberg jackhammered Rusev, by the way, and speared Paul Heyman. That's pretty much what happened there. Pretty exciting stuff there. Fans got up on their feet. And that's about the rest of the show. The first 30 minutes was it. The rest of the show was just a complete downfall after downfall of meaningless crap. The only thing that I would say that was meaningful was actually the women's segment where Nia Jax faced Bayley. That was pretty good. I liked how they were just building off of the Women's Survivor Series match, which they've been doing a lot more on Raw than they're doing on SmackDown. SmackDown's had a lot of last 2 weeks to build off of that, and they really haven't done a whole lot on that. It's been more a focal point on the Women's Championship belt, which has not been a bad build, but there hasn't been a whole lot leading into the Survivor Series women's match. Just to point that out there to some of you guys that have maybe not paid attention to that. Enzo versus Gallows, fucking shitty ass match, a botch ending, and just a complete utter waste of time. Meant nothing. It could have been a Survivor Series tag team match, or a tag team match qualification with a street fight Halloween gimmick, and it just was a one-on-one match that meant nothing. Fucking waste. Brian Kendrick first faced TJ Perkins for the Cruiserweight title, and TJ Perkins won by a countout because Brian Kendrick decided to slide out of the ring when he was already in the ring. They were at the count of 8 and he was inside the ring halfway. Usually if any portion of your body remotely is inside the ring, they restart the count if you go back outside the ring. How I would know this is, well, I've seen it many times in matches, and I also have seen it in video games. But, hey, what do I know? Whatever. So, Brian Kendrick walks away retaining the title by countout. Big fucking whoop. From that point, we got a promo from Mick Foley stating Chris Jericho and Kevin Owens to come on out. They become the two captains. They're being rewarded as co-captains of Raw and yet they cheated to help Kevin Owens win the match. Utterly ridiculous. Then also announced that Roman Reigns will actually be on the team, which later led to Chris Jericho stating that he would join, he would actually go one-on-one for the United States title by Mick Foley. So, that was the main event, of course. What a fucking joke. Then we had a battle royal to determine another member joining Team Raw. Battle royal sucked. Braun Strowman wins. Not giving Sami Zayn an opportunity to be on the team. What a fucking joke. Braun Strowman is going to be a complete and utter waste. He is going to be eliminated, so anything that they're trying to build him into this great monster is going to lead to nothing, because he will be eliminated. I guarantee it. Does not help any kind of superstar like himself if they're trying to make him into this dominant monster. You can't do that. Seeing him win the Royal Rumble on his own, ain't gonna happen. Then we had New Day cutting a promo about the Survivor Series tag team elimination match for Survivor Series was pointless, so that was fucking retarded. We also had a repeat, basically, of the pre-show with the 6-man tag team match for the Cruiserweights. We had only differences, Lince Dorado and Rick Swann and Cedric Alexander were this tag team against Tony Nese, Araya Daivari, and Drew Gulak. And of course, Nick Swann picks up the victory over Tony Nese. Pointless match, meant nothing, didn't even help build into anything. So I don't know what the fuck this show was all about. Charlotte came out, gave her a victory speech. Bayley versus Nia Jax was a decent match. Nia Jax wins. Bayley was fighting very hard to win, but she unfortunately loses in the typical underdog story type of feel there, which wasn't bad. Sheamus and Cesaro versus the Shining Stars. Sheamus picks up the victory with a Texas Cloverleaf submission hold, a modified version of the Boston Crab, only a little bit different, you could say. With the help of Cesaro doing the flying forearm to the other opponent that was trying to leap off the top rope to break up the hold. Then, before they showed the U.S. Championship match, they had a footage of Golden Truth going through a haunted house. Why? What, because it's Halloween? You gotta have a fucking segment of wasting 5 minutes of everybody's time? Fucking boring everyone to death? Who gives a shit? Utter complete fucking garbage. 5 minutes of this shit that meant nothing. Had nothing to do with wrestling, nothing to do with storyline build-up for Survivor Series. Nothing. Where is the fun in all this? This is fucking boring. I fell asleep through the main event. I was looking forward to it. I mean, I was expecting Seth Rollins to interfere, which is what happened, basically. Let me read the bottom portion of it. Roman Reigns versus Chris Jericho for the U.S. title. Kevin Owens was at ringside. Owens ended up shoving Reigns into the ring post while the referee wasn't looking. Reigns eventually made his comeback. Reigns hits the spear, but Owens stopped the pin to cause a DQ. And Seth Rollins made the save. Rollins and Reigns had a stare down at the end of the Raw show. Okay, so typical stuff. I mean, it wasn't all that big of a deal. I was thinking more like Seth Rollins kind of come down to the ring and pretty much beat the shit out of Kevin Owens, and the referee was just going to call the match done and over with. That wasn't the case. Overall, this show sucked. Really. There was nothing to look forward to. It looked promising at the beginning, but after Goldberg's segment, the rest of it was just garbage. There was nothing to bother watching. It's so empty feeling, the show. The pay-per-views are worth somewhat watching, but the rest of it's just, it's crap. It's nothing. It means absolutely nothing. Roman Reigns and with the U.S. title against Jericho, that was a bit meaningful main event. It had some sort of build. It meant, Seth Rollins wasn't done with Kevin Owens yet for the Universal Championship and everything else, but at the end of the day, who the fuck wants to see only 30 minutes for the beginning, 30 minutes for the end, and the main event, they kept doing commercial after commercial, and this is where I started falling asleep. Like, why do I even fucking want to sit through all these fucking commercials? Give me a break, man. Just give it a rest, would you? Fucking play the freaking match. You're gonna be that much of a freaking douchebag as to say, oh, well, the only way you're really gonna see the match in its entirety is if you come see it live. So then why the fuck are you going ahead and showing this on television? Stop wasting our fucking time with commercials after commercials. They freaking go to a commercial break when Roman Reigns is coming out to the ring. They go to commercial break 2 minutes into the match, and I don't know what the hell afterwards what they did, and I'm just fucking passing out to sleep here. 30 minutes of action with mostly just commercials after only just having a few minutes inside the ring to see the action go on. This is garbage. I'm sorry. I would like to find some sentimental value out of watching this, some sort of reason to, but at, 11:30 at night, I just don't give a shit to do this fucking review. I'm doing this simply because this earlier tonight, I went ahead and I stated I would go ahead and do this review. But quite honestly, I stuck to my word to you guys, but I am not fucking doing these damn reviews for Raw anymore. I just can't do it. There's nothing worth watching. I mean, I may watch it, but I ain't doing these reviews anymore. This is shit. I'm just really, I can't sit here and talk to you guys about something that I can't even find nothing remotely positive. And yes, I did this earlier this year, and yeah, I'm going to do it again. I can't do this anymore with these fucking reviews that got no meaning behind them, have no purpose, and the show has no purpose. It's meaningless garbage. I'm sitting through 30 minutes of main event Raw, sleeping. Why would I be doing that unless I was completely bored and not entertained and intrigued by watching it? And I'm not. It's just, they're going through the motions, and us as the audience, if you're a big wrestling fan, you sit through it because you're a fan, and that's it. Otherwise, who cares? There's nothing worth watching with this. This is crap. SmackDown is where it's at. SmackDown only has 2 hours. You get to watch a fucking decent show. It may not be the greatest, but it's decent enough to sit through 2 hours, not fall asleep, be entertained by it, and see some sort of build-up going into pay-per-views that they're getting into. Me personally, I'm just fucking sick of this shit. I don't want to watch any more of this crap, but I keep on watching, seeing maybe if there's going to be something worth watching. I like Seth Rollins. I like Kevin Owens. I do like Chris Jericho. Those two are pretty funny together. The whole bromance thing is getting a little stale, in my opinion, pretty quickly. But and Roman Reigns, I might get people at this point may say I'm a douchebag for saying, I'm starting to like Roman Reigns a little bit, not a lot, but as him U.S. champion, I can deal with that. That's a softer blow than him being called the World Heavyweight Champion. That I can't do. I can't say that or feel comfortable saying that. But with all that being said, this show sucks. There's nothing worth watching. And I'm not going to sit here bland, boring, and just have nothing positive to say and be miserable doing a review for you guys with nothing positive to say back about it. I mean, yeah, I like to have my moments where I do my rants, but my god, man, this is just utterly ridiculous. Anyway, leave your comments and opinions down below. Tell me what you guys think they should do at Raw. I know one thing that they definitely should do. Get rid of the fucking 3 hours. That's a definite thing they need to do. Anyway, guys, leave the comments and opinions down below. I'll definitely get back to you. Hit the subscribe button. Have a great night, guys. Bye.